this is Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for Batman issue 23, and this is, I think, part 3 of Zero Year. I'm pretty sure it's part 3. Yeah, part 3 of Zero Year. So let's talk about this issue, but before I start talking about this issue, I do have a couple updates. First update is that I have a Facebook page now, so be sure to like that Facebook page. I know you guys have been asking for that, and that'll be in the description below if you want to like that Facebook page, have some, news, statuses, videos over there, so definitely go check that out. Also, I have an update video, so be sure to comment on that video. Just, I'm asking your opinions on a couple of videos I'm doing, like TV shows and stuff. So, definitely go check out that update video. That'll be annotated. And, of course, Comic Uno episode 9 is on Dark Avenger Inc., and that is a show where I review every comic I read this week in one show. And, we have some exclusive comics for that show, which is Nightwing issue 23, Ultimate Comics X-Men issue 30, Wolverine and the X-Men issue 34, and Scarlet Spider issue 20. So if you want to go check out those reviews, go to Dark Avenger Inc. and click episode 9 of Comic Uno, which will be annotated. But let's talk about Batman issue 23, part 3 of Zero Year. We get to see Batman's putting on the glove. I love this art, just saying. I love Greg Capullo's art for Batman. I think it's so simple, but it's just gritty and simple at the same time. So, and I think the cover shows that. Look at this. Simple, but really gritty. Batman's putting on the glove. It's getting to Bruce becoming Batman. Get this really great full moon in the background. Love this cover. Very simple, but really liked it. But let's see if I like the story. So in this issue, it kind of does go back to Bruce and his parents, and how actually the Red Hood gang comes to Bruce's house and he explains this to him and say, your parents died for no reason. I think that's the scariest thing. And that's what's explained here, is that the scariest thing about Bruce's parents dying was it was random, and they didn't do anything, and that attack was random. So the Red Hood gang explains more of that and says, this is why we're doing all this. We want purpose. So they actually beat up Bruce, totally burned down his house, and Alfred is able to save him, and Bruce now says, hey, I have to do something about this. And he goes to actually talk to his father's statue, and he realizes he has to become Batman. Simple, not a lot of detail, but it really is simple. Just to say he wants to be Batman. He looks into a bat. He's like, that's who I have to be. And I'm sure we're going to get more explanation of the bat in the next issue. Get more of the Batcave, which is going to be interesting, because really that's what we get here. But yeah, Bruce gets beat up, and he realizes he has to become Batman. And there's a couple other things I did leave out here, but that's pretty much the main focus of this issue. And also we get the Riddler, which is interesting. And the Riddler is definitely a second main villain who I think is definitely going to take center stage as this Zero Year goes on. But I really like this issue. I thought it was very simple, and just the beating up of Bruce, you never really see that except in Zero Year. And him realizing he has to become Batman in a way I'm sure is going to be explained more as the part 4 comes out, part 5, whatever. I'm sure he's going to explain more of it, but it's subtle in this issue that he's like, alright, I gotta become something more. And I hope they explain more of that, how he has to become something more too. That way there aren't these random attacks like the Red Hood gang, and the Riddler, of course, is going to become a main villain also. And of course, I'm really excited to see who exactly the Red Hood gang is, and that's going to be a main focus of Zero Year. And I think they're doing this really well-paced. It's not fast-paced just yet. There's a lot of action here. Bruce is getting beat up, so there's a lot of action, but it's very good pace for this series. Do I think there's a lot of parts to Zero Year? Yeah, I don't know how long this could go on, but I think this issue was very subtle, and I kind of like that. If it has to take a lot of parts to do this, get these subtle issues also. So definitely enjoy this one. This is not Bruce saying, hey, I'm Batman yet, but it's him getting to that point, and I think the next issue we will get more explained, hey, this is the cave, what we got with Batman Begins and everything. So I'm really excited for that. So yeah, it's definitely a different type of Zero Year. It still has those elements of, oh, Bruce was stuck in the cave, and again, we're just building up to that moment where he says, I'm Batman for this reason. And I'm hoping they're building up to that, and I think this issue was that almost to that explosion part. I'm hoping with part 4 we're going to see him become Batman, explain why he wants to be Batman, but subtle explanation here of why he wants to become Batman. So really like this issue. 4.5, you know, it's something you don't have to read. I mean, Zero Year is something you really don't have to read at all, but I think it's cool to see his journey, and this is definitely a good part to see his journey. Great art. Greg Capello does a great job here. And let me explain the secondary story, actually. Getting to see Batman or Bruce train, which is always great, too, which is something, yeah, I guess part of Zero Year also. So we get to see how he doesn't want to kill anybody, and he's actually doing a good job at not killing somebody. And everyone's like, you have to kill people or else they're just going to keep coming back. And they don't keep coming back because they're scared of Batman. I think that shows that Batman doesn't have to kill and why he doesn't kill. Because people are scared of Batman. They don't even want to come back to Batman. So, really good issue, 4.5. Enjoyed this one a lot. So, guys, pick this up. Definitely, this is Comic Uno. And, guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rand Situations. And, guys, don't forget to like my Facebook page. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.